Okay, let's see if this works. Mute my streams here. Okay, I think this is working. Yeah. I'll see. Do a little test run. Just gonna leave the game here. All right. We will see. All right. What is my stream link again? Yeah, I'm just trying to see if what we can do here. All right. I think Varus was going to be my opponent, so I guess I'm going to need a new opponent. Okay. All right. Thanks, Mac Truck. It's my first time streaming, but I think I got everything working, so. It's weird how the combat edition is so small in the chat room, but then when you start the game, it kind of blows up. But anyway, I'm not going to mess around with that. All right, so I need to find out who my opponent is. All right, let's do 1 second, guys. All right, guys, I'm ready to roll here. So, Mo versus me. So, on Woodland Warlords. Okay. So, Mauve, I don't know who Mauve is, but we'll find out. I should look at these maps here really quick too, actually. Woodland Warriors. I think I looked at that one earlier, but I'm just going to double check. I think they have them on on Discord here. Just looking around. There they are. All right, Woodland. Oh, okay, yeah. This one is. I don't know how to bring it up on the stream here, but it's pretty pretty big map. So let's see how this goes. Let's see. Okay. Move isn't responding yet, but let's double check I got the map in here. I think I put it in download. Yep, she's there. All right, so I'm just waiting. I'm playing in this tournament, guys. I'm in the first round here, so just waiting for my opponent to come around here. Oh, okay. They're here, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll host this game. Let's call it Mauve and put it in the download folder, Woodland Warlords. Now, I think I'm just going to assume it's on high resources. Yeah, I'll try that. All right. So we're playing in the War II combat server. And let's see how this goes. It feels a little floaty. Hang on one second here. So I'm just gonna turn. I'm gonna try something here. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, is things still working here? Okay, I think my floatiness is gone now, so that's good. Now, is my stream still running? That's the other question. I have this weird bug with the Combat Edition where if I have 2 monitors set up, it doesn't actually work very well. It actually crashes, so I just want to make sure that doesn't happen in the middle of the tournament here. Anyway, I think everything's working okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. Hey, I'm making vids for you thing now. Got a lot though. What is ogre mode? I don't even know. Okay, spider. All right. I don't know if we should wait for Ilyich. I think he's Justin Schmidt. He's been like kind of making commentary games, so I'm just gonna see if he's coming back here. Let's see. All right. So what's OBS doing? Everything looks okay here. So all right. I think I'm just gonna start it up. Okay, so let's get this started. So we're playing Woodland Warlords, and he's human. So see how this goes here. So on the bottom right side of the map here, and yeah, so basically just kind of starting up with my all, and we'll see if this guy's any good or not. Anyway, I'm not too worried. I almost kind of want to lose so that I can commentate the games, because the longer I'm playing them, the less commentary I can do here. Anyway, so kind of getting used to this. I've been playing on remastered, and they both the old version of the game, which we're playing on now, like Combat Edition, they kind of have a different feel to them, and so you kind of get used to one, and then you get into the other one, and anyway, so yeah, I have no idea where he's going to be here. Just going to send my peon out, scout around the map. When you don't really know a map, it's pretty important to get around and just scout. Oh, there he is. Okay, so he's building a barracks. I'm actually just going to go ahead and build one myself. In fact, I'm going to follow that up with a blacksmith. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know if I have a delay on my stream. He could be watching me here. Maybe you shouldn't tell him what I'm doing. Anyway, I don't really care. Whatever. Yeah, so I'm going for a quick upgrade here. So I'm curious to see how that plays out. Actually, I should still scout around a bit more here, see what else is going on. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna tower him in here. Maybe. He's gone hold or keep right away here, so kind of a strange strategy to use, I guess. Oop, almost lost my tower there. So anyway, I'm doing some damage on this guy. Things are going well. I have no wood though. That's not good. Just gonna go kill his workers here. Anyway, I don't know. I think this guy might be a newer player. Or I might have just really caught him off guard here. I kind of hit him from every angle. So, I don't know. But either way, I don't think he's going to be alive much longer here. I don't know. Maybe he's got another base somewhere. Oh, GG. All right. Well, I guess I took the first game of the series here. So I don't know if this is like a best of 3 or we'll find out here in a second. Anyway, Mauve, sorry that I had to do that to you. But it is what it is. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can change my display settings again here. There we go. All right, so now we're just back and waiting for the next game to start here. Okay. Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting map. Enjoyed playing on that one. And yeah, this is my first time kind of streaming this, so I don't know if I've got a delay set up or not. I'm hoping I kind of have a bit of a delay on my stream so that my opponent can't hear what I'm doing as I describe it, or maybe I just shouldn't even talk about my tactics as I'm playing here. Maybe Mauve knows if it was a best of 3 or not. Let's see. Okay, double elimination. So I guess you just play once. So it looks like I'm gonna play Luxray maybe next. I don't know. We'll find out. These brackets are a little confusing. They've got people in round 2 that aren't in round 1, so I'm not sure. We'll see here. Yeah, so RU actually has like a rebalance patch in it so that you can actually play with the updates in the remastered on the old client, I guess. It actually has some other features too that I probably gonna make a video about. Single, okay. So I guess I've moved on to the next opponent here eventually, whenever we find out who that is. So I guess Mauve is now going down into the loser bracket here, so and we'll see Hopefully he does well there. Anyway, I kind of like that map, but it's a little, I don't know, it's kind of busy. Like it's very big and there's paths everywhere. And a lot of people like to make maps like that, but I just look at it as more most clicking and work I have to do. So it looks like Nico has lost to Dead Ends. Dead Ends, who's a pretty good player on RU, or sorry, on Remastered. Actually, he was helping me earlier record some neighbor wars for a video I'm working on for like a tutorial. So yeah, that was good. Got a video coming out, and anyway, I don't know. I was hoping to do it today, but I just wasn't really in the mood. But I did get a little bit more content for it. It's gonna be a very long video. So I think it might even be closing in on 3 hours now. So it's gonna be a lot of editing work. I'm gonna try and minimize that as much as I can. But anyway, yeah. So let's see. All right, so I might just take a little mini break here, guys, while I figure out who my next opponent is. So I'll be right back here, guys. Okay, guys, I'm back. Still waiting to find out who my next opponent is here. Just got to mute my own stream there. All right. So, all this chaotic chat in this room here. See if I can make out who I'm playing here. Someone built 3 mounts. That's not always a good strategy. It's actually never a good strategy. All right. Still okay. So now I'm finding out. Yes, we got, I think there's 10, 15 people in this tournament. Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And then some of these guys, let's see, it's 13. I guess I'm playing against Lux. He wasn't in the first round though, so I don't quite understand that. But anyway, he just might be the odd man out in the tournament, maybe. Let's see here. Do I play Lux? Let me ask. I don't know if he's telling me that's who I play or. All right, still waiting to find out. Well, he's got a game with my name hosted, so. Oh, okay. So my opponent is late. I guess this is the issue, so it's gonna wait. Wait for him to show up here. I wonder maybe if I should just go watch a game here while I'm waiting, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, here we go. Wolf versus Skaven. Luxray is out. Skaven is his replacement. Okay. All right. I guess we'll do that. Where's Skaven? He's logged in. Okay. I don't know why this is. No one, everyone's afraid of me, I guess. Maybe he's in the main chat. I don't know. I'm just gonna stay in here. Oh, there he is. Okay. So what map are we playing on? I guess we're playing each other. Now, I don't know what map we're playing on. Anyway, he's been playing a long time. I remember him. Don't even know what maps. I don't know what map we're playing either. I'm gonna check the tournament bracket page. Let's see if I can find out. So, bottom brackets play Dangerous Territory. Top bracket plays Woodland Warlords. Well, I guess I'm gonna play Dangerous Territory. All right, so let me figure that out real quick. Sorry guys, I'm just new at this streaming stuff, so I'm just trying to figure out my settings here a bit. What did I say we're playing on? Dangerous Territories. Okay. Yeah, so there it is. Melee high, force even faster. Skaven, all looks good. Alright. I'm just gonna play random, I guess. What is this ogre mode anyway? I'm gonna ask Skaven what that is. Just waiting for it to join here. Alright, I'm going Orc too, because actually I don't even know what this map looks like. I can't even help them. We'll just see how it goes. I don't really, this is my first time playing this map too, so hope I find you, yeah. I guess I hope you do too. Or I find you first, buddy. See what happens here. Yeah, so I don't know what to do. I feel like, well, there's some roads here, so my initial impression here is that I can't really wall off, or maybe you have to wall off at another location. We'll see. It's kind of roads everywhere. Roads, roads, roads. Jeez, yes, roads everywhere. Where are there not roads? Like, where can I even friggin' build? What is it? I don't like this map already. Anyway, I built my hall in the wrong place. He's not there. Try looking up there. So what am I doing here? I need a farm. I'm already, oh my god, I'm already farm blocked here. So maybe what I might do here, oh, that was really dumb. I'm gonna try and get away with it because I'm farm blocked here, so I might as well do something to kind of. Yeah, not a good start to this game at all. I'm gonna kind of do like a one racks rush and hope that he doesn't go too hard at me here. So I might as well. Oh, he's found me. Honestly, we will scout him. He's hopefully not watching my stream. Maybe he is. We'll see. Once again, not building farms, so. Oh crap. Yeah, I think I'm just dead already here. There's not much I can do. I mean, I could. Can't really get anything away here. Maybe stop building. I don't know. I have this in HD, and it's so disorienting because I'm so used to like watching the game from like a closer perspective. Anyway, I'm just dead, so I'm gonna give up here. Yeah, I have this. So there's like an HD patch in the Combat Edition, and I was kind of doing uh, like a recording for oh no, the OP. Yeah, no, that was random. I think anyway. All right, so now I'm gonna just extend my display out here so I can see everything again. Yeah, anyway, so that didn't go well. Anyway, so hopefully now I can maybe cast some games here, which will be fun, hopefully. And yeah, so let's see if my stream's still working okay here. I got so many windows open. Let's see here. Well, there's nothing. Let me see. I don't know why I can't see the yeah, why can't I see the chat on my my stream here? I don't understand that. Let's have a look. If I can figure it out. Jesus. Cat's knocking things over. So I'm just trying to change my scene here to see if I can capture anything. It's weird. It's like it's invisible. I'm gonna try and close it out altogether here and see if that works. Or no, actually, there I can see it again. You just have to basically just go back into it for whatever reason. God, what was that channel called again? Nope. I gotta go look in the Discord maybe. Something like OP Ember, something like that. There it is. Join OP Ember squiggly bracket. All right. See if I can get into another game here and catch the next wave of games and do some casting for you guys here. If anyone's actually watching, I don't know, but I'll do it anyway. So maybe I'll just turn it into a video later or something. I don't know how that works, but we will figure it out, guys. Yeah, so anyway, Skaven, he's been playing a long time, and he's a nice guy. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. I wonder if I can change the HD setting in the game here, but actually now I think I do have to play another game. Actually, there's like an elimination bracket, so I'm going to see who I have to play up against next here. So actually I do have to play one more game. I kind of forgot about that. Anyway, guys, until I find my next opponent, I'm just gonna put on some tunes for you guys to listen to here, and I might go get myself a drink or something. So I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back, and got a new opponent, so turn my volume off my stream. I like listening to that music, but all right. So now you got map dangerous. Yes, I do. All right, so now I need to play Shank. Didn't I already play Shank? Or am I crazy? Didn't I just play him? No, I played Mauve. Who's Shank? Shank IS. All right, let's see here. Wherever he is. What do they say what map I'm playing them on? Dangerous territory. My opponents seem to be MIA here. Dangerous territory. So I just gotta wait for him to show up. All right, guys, I guess I'll can't really do anything here because I'm waiting for my opponent, so I'm just gonna put some tunes on for you guys here, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back again. Just changed the setting on my client, so I'm hoping that it. I gotta jump into this chat room here. So, still waiting for my opponent. And anyway, we'll see how it goes. Shows up here. Anyway, I'm just doing a little test on my stream here for a second. I just want to see how this looks now, or how it controls now. I changed setting on the HD config for War2 Combat to maintain the aspect ratio. So actually, that does feel a little better. So that's good. So hopefully, well, anyway, whatever. Doesn't quite feel the same still, but good enough. Not sure if that even changed anything, to be honest with you, but anyway, we'll find out here. So it's kind of annoying when my opponents just aren't here. Like, why am I having to wait every single time here for like half an hour? Like, let's just get this over with, guys. Anyway, I'm hopefully going to be able to cast maybe some of the finals here if my opponent ever shows up. I'm actually just debating ditching my position in the tournament at this point and just taking the L so I can actually show you guys some games here. I think this is his name. Is he just playing in another game or something? What is going on here? Maybe he's in this channel. Well, I guess he's online. He's just not answering me. Is he in a game or something? Like, why? Nice coffee. I'm gonna need it. We'll see if that works. I might be able to just disparage my opponents that aren't here and the losses. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to face... Shank doesn't show up. I guess maybe I'll just get a bye. And then I would have to face... Ember, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, so my opponent's... Alright, I guess my opponent's coming. I probably should have messaged them earlier, but I just figured if you're in a tournament, you should be kind of waiting around in the tournament group to play your next game, but anyway, whatever. Yeah, I think my original objective was actually to kind of like cast and record some of these games, but I've literally just spent the whole tournament just waiting for my opponents that aren't even around, so kind of disappointing, I guess, but whatever. Finally, got my opponent here. Um, Good question, Shank. I don't know. Uh, who? Let me see. What are we playing? So losers, bottom bracket, dangerous territory. Okay. Okay. Thanks for hosting, Ember. Sounds good. Make sure I got everything good to go here. All right. Let's go ahead and get in the game here. Seems like we got a bit of an audience for the game here. Hopefully they'll Start building some grunts and attacking my opponent. This guy. Yeah, so at least I know a little bit about this map now. So now I'm in the same position as last time, so I'm wondering if maybe there's something wonky with the positions on this map, and maybe my opponent is where he was last time. So I will find out here. I'm gonna put my barracks right. No, I'm not gonna put it there. This is just a weird map. It's kind of like a rushing map because there's so many walls in it. Anyway. Yes, it's really hard to control this. My mouse just feels like super floaty. I think I have to disable that HD patch. It just kind of sounds good on paper, but it's definitely giving me some issues. Like I can't really micro my units on this map. Just gonna go scout him over there, see if he's there. Anyway, this time I'm just gonna do a bit more of a standard rush build. See what happens with that. Well, he's not there. So I got, it's 70k in my gold mine. Jeez, that's a lot of gold. In which case, I'm actually probably gonna make another barracks here. Not there. What are you doing, bro? Do not chop wood. So here he's probably going to be scouting me with a grunt. So I'm actually just going to put a bunch of grunts up here and just kind of patrol. So when he does do that, hopefully I can just kill his scout. Give me the gold, baby. Level 3. I feel like I'm just playing in slow motion here, guys. I probably should be scouting with another grunt, actually. Level 4. Start. Just put one more on gold there for now. My scouting is not going very well, guys. No. He's got level 2 grunts, which means I'm gonna... Of course he's black and I can't see where he is, but I'm gonna figure that out here as we go. I'm just gonna assume he's up here somewhere, and we'll see what happens. Not up there. Literally the last place I look, of course. You better be up here. I'm getting tired of running around this goddamn map and not having an idea where he is. So I might as well hit level 5, I guess. More. Watch him just backdoor and kill me here. What the fuck is going on? Excuse my French, but agitating when you're playing a new map and you're scout the whole friggin' map and your opponent's nowhere. Get him chopping. And I mean, where? See, just like, yeah, of course. I'm just frustrated. Like, I scouted the whole map and I didn't find him. Like, what in the fuck? The rage. Anyway, I'm glad this is over in a way. That was just frustrating. Yeah. I'm gonna blame my vision on that one. Anyway, so now maybe I can watch some other people play here. I'm guessing he was probably some like in some little. Well, he obviously would have been somewhere right to your left. Are you serious? Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't even scout him. He was my neighbor the whole game, and I was sending out army grumps assuming he was somewhere else. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna hopefully cast some games here next. And as I say that, I'm going to change my display settings here again. All right, so let's see if I can jump into another game here. Maybe Guden Mauve. Actually, I might watch Nico. What's his game? GM. got to be capital, I guess. I might have missed the boat. Save game file could not be found. Oh, they were reloading a save. Let's see. Let's join this. Hopefully I can play in this game here, or observe. Actually, as I do that, I'm gonna revert my what? Okay, show only on one. Keep changes. There we go. All right. We're in a game. Hopefully there'll be less swearing because I'm only having to watch this one. Move dropped from the game. So you'll see there's like an observer mode here in the old combat edition that we're playing. And you got extended features, full and standard, and yeah, I mean this client just has so much more than the remastered version, but it's also has its own set of issues here. I'll just go watch Ember's game. I'll let those guys figure that out because they're lagging anyway, so I might as well minimize the issues by taking myself out of the equation. So a lot of times when you're playing WarCraft 2, because it's a peer-to-peer game, the more people that are playing, the more potential friction there can be in the connection because you have to basically be simultaneously sending packets of information between all the players. So the fewer the players, the fewer the problems, more or less. Yeah, so we'll see who's going to be hosting the next game here. Ember or Wolf, and man, to post, I gotta finish my rice. Okay. It's cooking in the video. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, this guy, he's he like I think I mentioned it earlier, but he records he does like commentary for WarCraft 2 games, so he wants to put a video on my channel, I guess, but I told him basically it's got to be in 1080p just for like quality. Because he records these videos and he's a good commentator, but he records them in like 420 or something, or like 400 something resolution, so they look like they just don't look very good. And I mean, WarCraft 2 it is an older game to begin with, so it's nice when you can at least record it in HD. All right, here we go. Now I can watch these guys. See if they let me observe here. I'm sure they won't mind. All right, so got a little pee break going on there. I'm assuming he can observe. If I can, I'm sure he can. All right, so she's playing against the guy I just lost to. And yeah, so Ember, she's the one who's hosting this whole tournament. And she goes by Baby Shark, and she's actually doing a stream on this at the same time as I am. So I'm sure most people are actually watching her stream. But anyway, she told me she wasn't feeling very well, so she wanted me to kind of stream in as well. And so I had a Twitch set up earlier because I thought I might do this at some point, so it wasn't a big deal. I just had to kind of tweak it and Actually, as I'm waiting here, I might as well see if it's still actually recording okay. Um, yeah, it seems to be working okay. And I'm sorry if anyone's chatting to me. I kind of have to, because of the client here, I have to shut my second monitor off, and I had my chat set up on that, so I could like monitor the chat while I was recording. And then because of this HD thing with this game, it doesn't. There's some kind of like memory leak or something with the HD patch where if I have my monitor extended, it just kind of breaks my computer. So I have to limit that so I can't see the chat anyway. I guess it's a long story short. Yeah. So what's the winner of your tournament get? Nothing. Bragging rights. How come other people host $1,000 tournaments? Ferris is having some trouble, I guess. Has his power gone out? Yeah. So this tournament doesn't have actually a prize. It's just more bragging rights. So a lot of times people will host tournaments for cash, and it usually gets the big time players involved. But this is more of just like a fun tournament. A lot of these people are players, I should say, are um, you know not. I mean, they're not the very best out there, but there's a lot of good players, of course, here. So anyway, I after this, I'm decided I'm not playing in this client anymore. It just actually what I might try next time is just to completely disable the HD patch and try it again. But yeah, the problem with these old games is you try to optimize them for modern technology, but then you're dragging all these you know old issues into the future with you, and so yeah. So this game, you can see these little HD icons here next to the players, and that means that you're playing in the HD patch. And theoretically, it actually gives you more vision because you're seeing it from like a farther out perspective, depending on the settings that you choose for it, of course. But so theoretically, it should be better. But I just find the mouse just becomes floaty, at least on my client. And then again, I have the issue where I have to limit it to one monitor to play it. So uh, all right. So who are we waiting on here again? Somebody. Shank. Well, Shank's in the game, so what are we doing here? Are we going or what? Let's get this show on the road, guys. Complaints. All these people complaining. All right. Let's roll. Go. Start. Hit the start. There we go. Sometimes you just have to pressure people in the starting games. All right. Yeah, so Ember has to do all the logistics behind this tournament while she's playing in it. So can't really complain. All right. Anyway, so let's see here. So we got Shank as yellow and Ember as teal. So Ember's here in this crappy position where I started. And Shank's way up here, which is where I thought my opponent was in the last game. Anyway. Yeah, so these positions are probably, I think they're all kind of equally as bad here with the roads. So if I were to play this a game, I'd probably build my hall like not where Ember built hers. Like I'd build it maybe down here, and then you have more room to kind of operate with, you know, your base here. So going for a barracks, and same over on this side. Yeah, so basically got a kind of standard rush build going on both sides here. So both going with a barracks and a blacksmith. And yeah, so actually, yeah, you can see Ember's kind of walling off here, this area. So she's really just got this area to finish walling off completely. But yeah, this is just an awkward map. The mistake I made last game, I honestly probably wasn't even really going to make a difference because I had no idea where my opponent was, even though he was like literally right here the whole game. And I scouted everywhere, and I actually thought I had scouted that area too, but yeah. So yeah, just the frustrations of playing new maps. You don't know. You think you've scouted an area, and you haven't. And you don't want to spend the extra time to go around and just make sure the gold mine's there, that you're actually starting or scouting a position where you might just assume that it is a starting spot. So anyway, yeah, Shank's doing pretty good here. He's got a pretty good flow. He's got a nice kind of base setup here. He's got basically two spots where he needs to wall off completely, and then Ember is doing well as well. He's got the kind of barracks set up here. And so we can see some scouting going on here. And yeah, so I guess that was literally right next to me that whole game, as Ember's flying all over the map here, and Shank is also scouting around, kind of probably having the same issues that he actually did scout down here. I didn't. You'd think by default he might just assume that his opponent's where I was, because he literally just played me here. So anyway, he finally notices his grunt down there. However, he's farm blocked here, so he's doing a bit of repairing to kind of minimize the issue with that. So yeah, you always, I mean, it doesn't matter how good you are in this game, getting farm blocked is just something that happens, because you get caught up looking around. As you can see, he's got units kind of flying around the map trying to scout here, as Ember does discover and loses a grunt to discover where her opponent is. So she's at least got an advantage, and she's already pressing the issue. She's got 5 grunts up there, level 3, and she's actually stuck at level 3 getting her lumber mill. And yeah, so this could be a little sketchy for for Ember here, but she has actually a level advantage currently. But if she was to push into this, it wouldn't probably go very well for her. But she does actually manage to catch one of Shank's grunts there, just running across the map. And so a little bit of a win for her there. But as you can see here, Shank still hasn't actually scouted her. And so she's setting off a little bit of a choke point here at her entrance. So she'll have 3 grunts here that'll be able to stop any scouts once her third one pops out there. As you can see here, she's actually set up a, she gets a really good engage on that. He runs right into it. So that was very smart by Ember to do that. However, she wasn't paying attention and ended up getting kind of run over there with half of her army held back positionally as the frontal portion of her army gets killed. And if you can split an army in 2 and kill one half and then the other half, you're going to have a advantage, obviously. So that's basically what happened there. So now with that, she said, okay, well, I need another barracks here. Now, as she's upgrading her shields to get level 4 grunts, finally she's been scouted by Shank here, who has actually gone hold here before getting a lumber mill. Because usually you want to get your lumber mill before you go hold. But if you've just got if you've got enough resources to go hold first, usually it just makes sense to do that and get your ogres pumping sooner than later. So she's repairing that lumber mill, and yeah, so over at Ember's base here, she has gone hold as well. And anyway, so definitely have a bit of a battle on our hands here. Yeah, so he's still Shank, that is still level 3, going up against level 5 grunts actually. So despite being outnumbered, Ember with a better upgrades and better position just absolutely wrecks Shank's army. So now Shank is behind that, made a few more grunts and axe throwers, and now is making some ogres. So yeah, pretty smart here. He's got a choke point, so it's going to be a 2-on-2 with 2 axe throwers. So yeah, now he's with those ogres he should be fine here, but it's a little bit dicey. Yeah, so I guess we all got dropped from the game. Anyway, that's disappointing. I don't know what happened there, but I guess everyone got dropped. Ugh, what is going on here, guys? I have some technical issues. Shank, I was clearly winning. I don't think he was, actually. I think that was too close to call. Anyway, so we're going to jump back into that one, guys, and have to probably basically redo the whole thing. Now, there is actually like a save feature that somebody built for Warcraft 2, but in order for it to work, like somebody has to sit there. If I remember how it works, actually, I haven't used it in like many years, but we used to use it for tournaments just for this particular circumstance where you could kind of save states in the game and then reload the game and restart at the save point. So it was a little wonky because you had to, like, if in the example of this game, every single player would have had to go back into the game, and I think you had to like kind of set everyone up back in the same positions in the lobby and whatnot, and then I think everyone even needed to have the save file somehow on their system. I don't even remember how it worked, and to be honest with you, but in any event, doesn't matter. So we're going to rehost it here, I think. Yeah, still waiting. So Danny LDD here, he has he's got a funny profile. Anyway, this guy, I've casted a few of his games. He's got the all the Warcraft 2 mods, so he's got a link on his channel there. You can look at them. But yeah, anyway, he's a pretty good player. He's playing in this tournament too. I was actually kind of not looking forward to playing him again. I thought actually I might get teamed up with him again, or lined up against him, I should say. So I guess he's playing He-Man for the finals actually, so I might try and jump into that game if they're still playing. Let's see. Oh, He-Man lost to Danny. Okay, so Danny's won the tournament. Okay, good job, Danny. So now I don't feel as bad about losing to him. So I actually have a series of videos where I um, played in another tournament the other weekend, and Danny wiped the floor with me, and yeah, so that was fun. Yeah, so my stream still seems to be working okay, so it's nice. I'm not completely just talking to myself here. So I'm still waiting on Ember. See, actually, let's go back and look at the brackets here. So I guess so. There is a losers bracket, which is what Ember and Shank are playing in now. But there's yeah, some other people waiting to play some games here. So the way the tournament rounds work is you basically it's single elimination. So there's like a winners and a losers bracket. So as long as you keep winning, you stay in the winners bracket. And then when you get to the end of that, of course, if you can get to the end without losing, then you're the clear champion of the tournament. Meanwhile, as everyone loses, they get popped down into the losers bracket, and then they basically fend or fight the other losers and find out who's kind of like the best of the worst players. So it kind of gives you a pretty good overall yeah result of who the best players are in the tournament. So yeah, so everyone's still just kind of waiting for their opponents here, and I don't know where Ember went, but they might have even just hosted the game without us. I don't know. Yeah, so we still have some good games to cast here. If yeah, good enough is pretty good. I wonder if I have maybe I should put my YouTube channel on my profile here, or my Twitch, or both. I don't know. I don't even know if I can do that. Well, I'm gonna try it. Might as well. See if that works. Yeah. Fill in my details here. Actually, I don't care if anyone knows how old I am. Canada, course, and oops. I remember my YouTube link. Find it here. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. All right, accomplished something. All right, so is anyone actually playing? Get some commenting going here, or hey guys, I'm gonna be right back, and just waiting for another game to start here. So I'm sure you'd rather listen to some cool music than me just blabber about nothing. So I'll be right back. Okay, I think I've got another game coming up here, so I'm gonna see if I can get in on that. There we go. So we got another game here in the losers bracket. Yeah, so we got who's playing here, but I guess Lux and Luxray and Gouda. Yeah, everyone's pretty much playing. All right, let's see if we can get this party on this. I thought we were watching a tournament game, but maybe not. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on, guys, but let's get a game going here. There we go. I think people sometimes, well, it happens a lot actually. You'll host the game, and then like all these people join, and everyone gets confused about who's playing and whatnot, and then usually it takes somebody to just make a statement. Okay, you play you and go. Because everyone's kind of unsure of what's happening. So anyway, in this case, we got Luxray. So he was actually supposed to play me in the tournament, but I guess he showed up late, so that's why I was kind of waiting for him. And then Gouda is up here. So they're playing one of the tournament maps here that we've been watching, but I don't think this is an official tournament game. I think Lux got disqualified because he was too late to show up for the tournament or something. I don't know, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's not like there's some high stakes here or anything. We're just having some fun. So yeah, you can see Gouda humans going and starting off with. I'm assuming anyone that plays this map is gonna just go with the barracks right from the get go. Because I mean, you you do have enough room where you could just wall off here with like a tower. Like if you had a tower, let's say right here, you could protect your whole main entrance area here and wall all around it. But um, yeah. Anyway, so you can see get that cute little corner to build your blacksmith in. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I don't know. I don't think I really like this map very much. Maybe if I play it a little bit more, it'd be a little bit more interesting to me. But I just I just find maps where you've got all these winding paths everywhere. For me, I just find they're you know I'd rather not have to deal with that. I like simpler map designs. I think just in general. So all right, so we got barracks. We got a peon scouting for good enough here, and yeah, pretty much same build, both humans. So we'll see what happens here. Yeah, so I guess the telltale sign of whether you're scouting a starting position is these roads leading into the area that you're scouting there. So anyway, as we can see here, they're both yeah, scouting. See, I didn't realize that these positions were so close to each other earlier when I was playing this game. So I guess now that I've thought about this map, so you've basically it would probably be a good like 2-on-2 map or maybe even like a 4-on-4 map, I think, because you've kind of got like two positions in each corner. Now that I'm realizing how this map's kind of laid out from a from a different perspective here. Anyway, so you can see they're both scouting still, trying to find each other, and yeah. So this I don't think is actually starting location. No, it's not. Yeah, so you've kind of got like two starting locations in each corner, and then between them you have kind of expansion points, and then you've got two expansions in the middle as well, of course. And yeah, anyway, I don't know. I guess the map does have some potential here to be fun, but I guess part of the issue with maps in this game, as we see a little battle there, that good enough takes the W in, and we get a scout in from Lux. Big ring around the rosy there, and he sees that he's good enough, got the one racks, and then throws a mill up. So yeah, pretty much mirror builds here. Just kind of one racks, economical builds where you're just pumping out, footmen, and kind of working in your economy where you usually get about 33 farms, and keep making peons until you've kind of flowed into a point where you've got enough wood choppers to get 1,000 gold, upgrade the stronghold, and kind of bounce off from there. So yeah, we can see Lux is moving up here to attack, and good enough has them outnumbered here, and they're very close to each other. Surprisingly, didn't get any engagement, or very little engagement there. And anyway, so Lux is just running away there, as he's still got a footmen patrolling around the map, as does Good Enough. And yeah, so I don't think Good Enough's even found Lux yet. He's about to if he hasn't. But yeah, so yeah, we got a pack of 9 footmen here, and 7 here, waiting to backdoor. So these 7 footmen are going to keep Good Enough at home as he goes up to the keep, and he pokes his head into Lux's base, and Lux is just now going hold, throwing up a second barracks and his farm block. So and so got an engagement there. Probably wasn't. Yeah, Lux has level 5. Actually, they're both level 5. Anyway, Lux attacked with those 7 footmen and clearly lost. So now that that's happened, Good has got some flexibility here to go and attack, and yeah, so probably gonna throw up his stables here soon. Anyway, despite that, Lux has a bit of a choke there at his main entrance, and he's got enough footmen to fight this off, so it's not going to be too big of an issue here. So Gouda smartly just sets up a choke point there, which immediately gets broken through by Lux, who is now has cleared that out. And yeah, so back at home, we see an archer coming in here to back up his choke point. And he's got his stables up now, so he's going to be able to start producing some knights here, where shortly behind that, Lux has stables. It's just about to complete here, so it'll be interesting to see what happens from here, as yeah, Good is actually repairing a gnomish inventor and getting a 3rd barracks up. So and he's actually, I didn't even notice this other base here, but yeah, that's interesting. So he kind of tunneled through these this forest here with some strategic wood chopping to get to his expansion here, which has 30k gold. Now, one thing I noticed about this map is I think you start with like 75k gold. I actually don't even quite remember, but your starting gold mine has quite a bit of gold. As you can see here, these guys are both hitting the castle stage, and they've both still got about 30k gold in their bases. So anyway, so down here, I don't know. I'm assuming there's a gold mine right here. And Missing some action here. Yeah, so Lux just threw away his footmen there. Probably not a smart thing to do, as we see a flying machine now overhead. And so Kuda's got a pretty good idea of what he's up against here at this point now. So yeah, so Lux has a handful of footmen and a couple of knights there as he's getting barreled down on here by Gouda. However, he doesn't really manage his army here very effectively, as he left a few footmen behind there. But yeah, now that he's got some reinforcements in here, this could get a little dicey for Lux. Although now that he's got some more knights here, should be good. So yeah, just throws away his footmen. I don't think that was probably smart. I mean, a lot of times when you have footmen and then you're in the knight stage of the game, you kind of have a tendency to just kind of want to get rid of them for the food, but because they take up food and farm space. So, anyway, it's usually smart to kind of make the most out of them, despite that, because I mean they are still fairly effective units, even against knights to some level. Anyway, so as Gouda pushes in here, Lux has no issues about that. He's got a flood of knights here now. And yeah, so he hasn't actually, he's gone ahead and taken his expansion next door there. And as we can see here, we got some Dwarven demo squads, or a Dwarven demo squad coming out here. Actually, there's two now. And he's got a mage tower, so he's getting a mage out there. So here he's going to try and get a detonation off with his Dwarven. Oh, that was really nice. He got 5. So yeah, that was pretty clutch there, getting 5 knights with 1 demo squad. As he's got a second mage tower, he needs to start researching Blizzard. Anyway, so as he's doing that, he can see here that Lux has taken his expansion, walled it off with 2 mage towers and a town hall, and he's also gone ahead and taken this, which is what I assume was his natural expansion there. And yeah, so we can see a big mess of knights here, and White's getting run over. So he's got this 1 sapper. I don't know, or demo squad. Yeah, anyway, that actually wasn't too bad. He took out 2 farms and a knight. Although the farms really didn't do much as far as impeding Lux here, where he's still got 50 food and 44 units. And anyway, so all right, so we can see now he's got mages. He's researched Blizzard, and he's producing knights. So he's got a pretty economical army here with his mage backed up by demo squad, with his knights. And anyway, so this footman here, good patrol position, especially on larger maps like this. Where there's a lot of kind of legwork, and kind of moving units around. So it's nice when you can just have a unit patrolling somewhere that makes it just more of a nuisance for your opponent. And yeah, we're kind of Lux loses that battle there of the knights. And here's some Blizzard. There we go. Yeah, so Gouda with his flying machine and vision sees the expansion there and has his mage effectively go down, get rid of the gold workers, and but despite that, and where Lux's main mine is gone, most of his workers are fairly safe, tucked into this this corner here to mine gold as he repairs a church. And he's now got 4 barracks. And as we can see there, Gouda's gone ahead and further expanded and discovered barracks that Gouda just decided to build in the middle of the map there, which, I mean, probably isn't the worst thing you could have done in this game, but especially where your main base has a fairly limited space to build here. But as far as like forward building, so Kuda's kind of moved back into his base and built some more barracks here. And anyway, so his main base is now, or his second mine is now toast. And of course, he's got that expansion. And anyway, during all this, Lux is starting to amass quite a bit of an army here as he goes up and gets caught into a pretty rough situation in that choke there at 11 o'clock. Yeah, so yeah, this is turning into a pretty good game here. So anyway, so now we've got some paladins here for Lux, and still on 4 barracks. I'd probably like to see a few more barracks from him, but and yeah, so got a mage kind of hiding out there, and we can see some invisibility here going on, and oh, he kind of reveals himself there to get a few blizzards off against this patch of knights here, and with that gets reinforced with his group, which are able to dispatch them. Anyway, so now Lux does have healing, so he'll hopefully be able to start using that to be a little bit more efficient with his knights here, especially where he's, again, still on the 4 barracks. Yeah, so that other invisible mage makes his way down to the expansion, gets a good cast off there, kills probably about 10 workers mining as Lux's expansion gets mined out. And yeah, so we can see up at 12 o'clock here, we've got 4 towers protecting this expansion. Not a bad little setup here. It'd be nice if you had a few units to kind of choke this entrance here, just to keep that fully walled off, because guard towers are good, but if you get enough units, they're just gonna get run over. And yeah, anyway, so we can see here that Gouda is just wiping those knights off the face of the earth here, and he comes back up with a second batch, and he's able to pick off one of those mages, so that's pretty good. See if he can get the second one. He does. He gets a fireball off, but it wasn't enough to kill that knight. Anyway, so yeah, we can see here. Oh, I didn't even notice that, but yeah. So Lux has actually been smartly backdooring Gouda here and taking out this expansion. So he's kind of got him on his heels here now. Although, okay, so we see a little bit more of invisibility going on here. Anyway, yeah, so Lux has got some gold issues right now. He's very low on gold as he runs in and yeah, does some pretty good damage here. We get a polymorph off on one of those knights. And yeah, so some fun action going on up here in the top left. But you can see all these workers here. They're literally not doing anything, and they may be just lined up to get killed here. But yeah, so anyway, Lux is he's got to start getting some gold somewhere. And as you can see here, these are situations that are annoying. You're trying to expand, and there's just one single footman there just wrecking your whole game plan. And we can see he's got some more instances of that here. Anyway, so things are getting a little tight here. Yeah, so Lux is continuing to push in here on his main with his paladins, but yeah, Gouda is still able to hold that off. And yeah, so Gouda's still not opted to get any paladins, so he's still basically got knights. Anyway, so you can see here we've got all these mages just kind of chilling down here. He really, if he could get those out. Now, I would like to see, because Gouda's got his flying machines. Now, Lux, he has holy vision. I'd like to see him be using that here a bit, just to get some more information on the map. Anyway, so Gouda finally decides I'm going to go back down here and get this expansion set up where yeah, basically Lux sends a mage in there and gets a pretty good cast off, kills 4 peasants there, which is basically 1,600 gold worth of workers versus a 1,200 gold for a mage. And he did a little bit of blizzard damage to these knights too, so a bit of a win there, but not a big one for by any means. Anyway, so now he's finally mining there and getting his economy back up a little bit, where Gouda is also not in a bad position here. So yeah, so we can see some towers going up there, and yeah, and another expansion here by Lux. And this patrolling footman has managed to stave off Lux from taking that expansion. Yeah, so he's mining pretty hard there now, and as soon as he gets, he's mining pretty hard there too. So things are looking pretty good for Gouda right at the moment here, as he's got a good infrastructure and a solid economy pumping. And Lux is starting to catch up though. He's been down to almost nothing here for quite a while in this game, but now he's kind of reestablished his economy here as well. So yeah, this game is turning into quite the slobber knocker here. So Lux decides to go up, and as you can see here, he's got quite the defensive setup for his expansion. So it's certainly not going to be easy for Lux to break that, but of course, just chipping away at it as that mage kind of wasn't quite paying attention. Yeah, so we can see some healing there. That's always good. And so this is some pretty good action. That blizzard kind of evened that battle out there a little bit. Anyway, as we can see, I don't even think this has been scouted yet by Lux. So I think we still got a ways to go in this game, guys. Now, again, I'd still like to see more barracks from Lux here. I usually at this point in the game, like when you've got a lot of resources in your late game, you should have 6 barracks. That's kind of your, even more sometimes, like 7 or 8. But 6 is kind of like your default. Like early in the game, 2, once you kind of hit your initial stage of tier 3, you usually want to have like 3 or 4, and then eventually you want to extend to 5 or 6 or more. And although he's got one there, he can't really use that to produce anything, because it's just essentially just walling his base off there. But you can see that Lux has, and actually Gouda both have around 20k gold here. So this game is not going to be over anytime soon here. And we still don't see any church from Gouda here, and actually still both on. He's got 3 mage spells now, and we can see some action going on here. Not sure what was going on there, but we do have quite a big battle that I just missed there. Anyway, kind of waiting if this. See if he notices this mage here, which he doesn't. So this mage in the middle, as Gouda's starting to try and establish the middle here with he's got a tower and farm, just kind of putting some initial groundwork there on some new residential development in the middle of the map. Lux definitely using that invisibility to his advantage here on this. So this is going to be good if he gets it off, but obviously he needs to get away from these towers first. As we see, yeah, Lux just... Anyway, so there we go. So the thing about this is, like, yeah, I mean, that was good, but anyway. Yeah, so we just got a bunch of action in the middle here. So Gouda is able to hold this off. And yeah, so this base is basically being untouched. Okay, so I missed that, but he did eventually get a blizzard off on that. So that's gonna hurt a bit here, but yeah, like I said, these guys are pretty banked up here right now. Like Donald Trump, they got yeah, they're both like sitting on like 35,000 gold, you know, so I might be here all night casting this game, guys. But yeah, again, I almost want to just message this guy in the game and say build more barracks, because yeah, it's kind of frustrating watching someone with this many resources only have 4 barracks. And we've got some more blizzard action in the middle there. Anyway, so Gouda's actually kind of pushing down here, which is good. Because even though you've got all these resources, I mean, if you don't have the buildings to spend them, you know, and eventually you can have all the gold on the map, but if you don't have any units to defend yourself, then you're going to be in trouble. As we can see here, yeah, Gouda is really being effective in using his blizzard here, because as you can see, those 2 barracks. So yeah, what I've been complaining about this whole game is basically going to be the end of Lux here. He's basically been run over. He has no barracks, and so his base is essentially just going to get wiped out. Assuming that Gouda is smart enough in reinforcing this, which I believe looks like he is. So yeah, you can see here he's got, again, 7 barracks effectively producing units. And that's pretty much going to end this game, I think, here shortly. Now, of course, it's quite possible that Lux can come back from this if he starts pumping out some more barracks here and gets some massive units. And if he can get his mages out here and actually, get rid of these knights here, because of course it's nice to have a lot of knights, but if you're not able to keep them alive from blizzard, then of course it doesn't really matter how many you have; they're just gonna die. But yeah, this is looking, as Gouda's also got towers all over the map here now. So Gouda's, as he's gone ahead and mined this space out and chopped in to the natural on the top right here, he'll be able to start mining that as well. And he's still got 30k left in this expansion as well here. And he's sitting on 20k. And yeah, so there. This is probably a good amount of knights for Gouda just to have down here clearing things up, because sometimes you'll get into a situation like this where you're winning and you might have an instinct to just flood your opponent's base with a million, just completely like zerg them with a million units. But yeah, you can actually kind of shoot yourself in the foot with a few good blizzards wiping out your army there. Anyway, so we can see over here at 6 o'clock, he loses a bunch of workers mining there. We're still sitting on 30k, and he's got 3 barracks up there. So now he's starting to flood his paladins up the map here. And then, of course, realizing that Gouda's taken the middle. And yeah, so he's lost most of his main base here. Barely mining at his natural there. He's slowly just rebuilding, repairing his flaming base here. And yeah, so even though Lux has all these resources, Gouda's just getting bigger and stronger. And now Gouda's got, actually, Gouda doesn't have too much gold left, but what he does have is a massive army and complete map control. So we'll see where things go from here. And yeah, so still just got a mage sitting down here waiting to do a little bit more damage. And yeah, we've got some more knights funneling down here. Again, he still doesn't have paladins, but anyway, he just beelines it for the stables. And I'm assuming, no, he didn't. He didn't actually, he lost his fortress and now he's lost his stables. So, and yeah, as we can see here, this mage is going to come in here and hit him pretty hard. Yeah, so Lux, he should have actually got another stables up before his fortress got killed. So now he not only does he have, well, he's still got 4 Raxes here, but the problem is he can't make knights or paladins. He can only, because he's, as he's upgrading the keep here, just starting. So he's like 2 or 3 minutes away from being able to make knights again here. And this one mage isn't going to hold off all these knights forever. As I say that, he actually does hold that whole base off there. So yeah, Lux should probably wall this off, but yeah, that one knight peels in there. And yeah, so that's just going to hurt. As he doesn't have any workers here. And yeah, he does have an army here, which I'm not sure why he's not protecting himself with, but yeah, as you can see, I mean, if you just look at the mini map here, I mean, this game's getting a little out of hand here as Good is now back up to 20k gold. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think this will be kind of like the final nail in the coffin here when he comes down here, and if he's got a few mages, just blow that up. But yeah, Lux is just kind of hanging on by, well, I don't think he's really hanging on, to be honest. I think he's just going to be dead here. Not to be the bearer of bad news, but, and it's hard when you're in a game like this and you've got all these resources, because you don't want to give up. As that mine, it just basically blows up. But that stable's still not even halfway done. And yeah, so he needs to kill this mage tower, and then yeah, things are going to be over. I think these guys have kind of forgotten about their units here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, but yeah, so frantically probably try and make some paladins here. He's still got all the resources and wood to do it, but anyway, he finally remembers he's got all these units here, sends them back to his base. And that mine's about to blow. And so Good is probably going to, there he goes. Continues expanding. And yeah, so he comes back here to save his main base here. He's not even making units anymore. I think he's probably, I don't know what he's thinking, but I'm surprised this mine's still actually there. So yeah, he's still got 13k gold to mine there. So he actually does have another stables over here, which was smart of him to make. But I don't know why he's not using these barracks. Like, I mean, not that he really has much of a chance anymore, I don't think. But if he did have a chance, it would be by continuing to make units there. And in the meantime, he's getting a little bit of blizzard cast off in the middle. He's been killing some workers over there. Anyway, Gouda finally remembers he's got a bunch of knights down here, so he's going to keep tearing up his base. And anyway, so Lux is putting a lumber mill over here by his barracks, and he's finally starting to make some paladins. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so Gouda is yeah, taking out some more infrastructure here. Like this stuff, I mean, it's easier to say when you're just watching the game, but I mean, all these farms could have been dead, 5 minutes ago or longer if he realized he had all these units here. And yeah, so he's got a mage there coming down to kill a few units and pick away at this mage tower and these farms. But yeah, as you can see, all these farms as they get destroyed, he's eventually going to run into an issue where he actually can't even make any units because he needs farms. But I mean, yeah, Lux, if he could somehow sneak an expansion up somewhere, maybe he has a chance to come back. But what's going to happen? He's only got 6. He's basically down to no gold here. This gold mine's going to blow up in a matter of time. I mean, all of his infrastructure's kind of been taken out here. Yeah, I mean, he's got a backup blacksmith there. Yeah, so that mage dying there is going to hurt. I mean, he's basically making. Well, he's got one mage here. She could use to kind of fight this off, but I mean, yeah, and he's got 9 paladins up here, so he's going to make a bit of a push there. But again, I mean, what are we looking at here, guys? We got 20k, and he's got probably 20 knights up in his base here. And he doesn't, but yeah, he just needs to basically starve him. He doesn't need to just send a giant wave of units at him here. I mean, Lux really, he can't do anything from this position because he's just being starved out of the game basically. So it's probably a smart tactic to use. It's like you don't risk throwing the game, but as that mage tower goes down, and this mage with barely any mana left, just watching his flaming town hall and blacksmith go down there. All right, GG. Finally, we get this game over. It was a pretty fun game, actually. I liked that one. It was very, very long. I'm curious to see what the stats look like on this. I mean, usually you don't see games that go this long. I mean, 253 to 237 kills. So that was quite the battle there, guys. So yeah, anyway, that was a fun one. So I think I'm going to probably sign off after that game, guys. Kind of take a bit of a break here. So anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great night.